So good evening. My name is Mike Hoover. I'm the president of TML, a Xerox company. I'm here tonight to speak about branding yourself. The reason for the topic is with so many students graduating and looking for jobs and the job market being as difficult as it is, hopefully tonight we'll share some ideas on how these individuals can stand out from the crowd and put a genuine brand on themselves to make themselves more marketable. How many of you guys have more than one resume? I know that one does because I had to fuss it. Good. Congratulations. Why do you have a different resume? Why did you decide to create a second one after you already had completed your first one?
To meet the needs of that specific company and job description.
Amen. I mean, if you didn't, to meet the specific needs of that particular company and that job description, the day of creating a cookie cutter one sheet resume, you're not going to separate yourself. You're not going to stand out. You have to stop. If you're going to apply to my company, if you haven't gone into our website and read about us, and read about our 360 approach to the marketplace, and read about the community service work we do, and read about the longevity of our management team, those should all be things that are reflective in your resume, and those should all be things you should be talking about while you're being interviewed. And that's part of branding yourself and making that connection, because it's a real challenge out there, guys. She came in and handed a resume, and on the bottom of the resume is her website. Not a website, her website. And on that website are testimonials from Donna Waterloo and other professors. And on that website are pictures of her doing community service work. What's the group, the school group? Elementary school? Lincoln Labs. Pictures of her at Lincoln Labs. Thank you. You talk about separating yourself from the crowd. I can't stop talking about her. How do employers decide which applicants to buy? Because you guys are for sale. We're buying you. That's the reality. So how do we decide what we want to buy? Just like when you walk into a store, the store has certain aspects that they want to highlight, and they put them on end caps, or on mannequins, or on displays, or next to the cash register. You guys have to think of your resume the exact same way. And this isn't all about the resume. It's also about when you walk in that office for an interview, how do you present yourself when you walk in the office for the interview? How do you talk? How do you sit? How do you posture? It's all part of your brand. How to ensure the employers who buy you are the right fit for who you are. This is probably one of the biggest mistakes a lot of college students make, and it's understandably so. You take the job because it's a job. It's a tough market. I'm just going to get a job. What every organization that does a good job hiring, developing, and retaining employees does is they look for a fit. An individual or individuals who fit the culture of the organization. And if you find that, if you can accomplish that, you can minimize your turnover, you maximize your productivity, and you tend to have much more happy employees. So think about, don't just take the job. You need to be interviewing, and nothing more frustrating. Nothing more frustrating to be sitting in an interview. We've asked our 15, 20, 30 questions, and we look at a candidate and say, okay, what questions do you have for us? Nothing really today. Wow. You know what that screams? Desperation. It screams desperation. I'll take the job. I don't care who you guys are, what you're all about, I just want a job. It also screams lack of planning, lack of effort. So when someone asks you a question about, when you're in an interview and an employer, the potential employer asks you a question about what questions do you have for us, you should have been on their website. You should have read about us. You should have found out who the CEO is, who the CFO is, who the CIO is. You should have gone to their LinkedIn pages. You should have looked at their contacts on their LinkedIn pages. You should have gone to their Facebook page. You should look at the contacts on their Facebook page. You may be shocked. You may find someone on the CFO's LinkedIn page who you're interviewing with, or let's say the VP of sales. You may go on his or her LinkedIn page, you find a connection to someone that you know. Talk about breaking the ice in an interview. Hey, I saw on your LinkedIn page and I saw you knew Samantha Clark as well. How do you know Samantha? I've known Samantha since I was 10 years old. It's an icebreaker. That's the type of research we have our reps do on our prospective customers before we have our conversations with them. Those are the types of research you should be doing on potential employers before you have an interview with them. These are just 7 trends, things that you guys can go after and utilize to help yourself. The first one, headshots. On your resume, put a headshot. A photo. A full color photo. It will cost you 15 cents to get over it. 15 cents. Okay? Put a picture on your resume. I have hired, people have gotten interviews with me because of that. Not because they were attractive in the picture, but because they took the effort to try to differentiate themselves. That shows marketing. And in your sales, what are you doing? You're marketing. So I want to interview. Crowdsourcing. I mentioned your parents a minute ago. You have some great professors that you work with on a regular basis. Take advantage of it. Get references now. Get referrals written on your LinkedIn page now. So a lot of guys and gals have LinkedIn pages. Who has a reference or referral on there so far? Awesome. Awesome. So a lot more hands went up when I asked who had a LinkedIn page. Get references and referrals on there now. Personal QR codes. Anyone zapped me yet? What happened?
I tried to, it didn't work. It's small.
You got a bad phone.
I think my camera might be a little small for you.
Should upload my data right onto your phone, all my contact data. So use a personal QR code. Again, guys, these HR directors and these sales managers and these VPs of sales and these VPs of marketing, they're getting dozens and dozens of little white pieces of paper with little black ink on them. You got to figure out how to get yours is to jump out of that pile. You have to, because it's just tough. Put a photograph on it, full color. Put a QR code on it. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to grab their smartphone and they're going to see what you've done. Even if it's just something simple, but you made them stop and think about you, right? You made them stop and think about you. Job postings. If you're relying on jobs postings, they're dead. HR directors, sales managers, marketing managers, we're not using job postings. We're going on to social media and we're finding you. And we're screening you before you even know we're even looking at you. So your LinkedIn page, again, I was shocked. Kudos. Now take it to the next step. Get references on there. If you have a photograph on you chugging a beer, get rid of the photograph chugging a beer. It's just not a good photograph to have on there, okay? Everything that goes on that goes on your LinkedIn page, your Facebook page, any of those, it's out there. And it can stop you from getting a job. And trust me, we're screening. And we see something that we don't think is, I will have a beer. Okay? I will have a beer. But I'm not going to put it on my Facebook. I'm not going to put it on my LinkedIn. And you shouldn't either. So be smart about that. You can take your smartphone. You can contact with these guys. You can do a video. They'll actually help you with the script. You can send it to them and they'll professionally edit it for you. Pennies on the dollar. Cheap. Very, very cheap. Again, what Charlotte did, she'll probably shoot me. She said, well, I know she's got job offers coming at her so fast, she won't shoot me for sharing all her secrets. You get on the bottom of her website, the bottom of her resume, and there's her website. Up comes the videos. It's ingenious. She's the first student I've ever seen do this myself. So check into that. I think I may have, again, I'll be happy, anyone who wants this data, I'll be happy to email it to you. It's called Distance Record from Video Bio. So if you want to Google Video Bio, that's the company to Google. Permanent unemployment, not so applicable to you guys. That's more applicable to someone who's been out of school and now they're currently unemployed. Don't ever be unemployed. If you graduate May, help me out. 11. Yes. I get a raise. I get a raise on May 11th. You graduate on May 11th and you don't have a job lined up, go get a volunteer job, a non-paid internship, and be employed. You're more marketable when you are working. No one wants desperation. Professional quickies. Anyone want to help me out with that one? No idea? or USBs. I'll go back a little bit older school. Why not have your resume digitized with video? Why not? If I were to, anytime I receive a package in the mail, and it's either a resume sent to me in a letter, in an envelope, or emailed to me, normally emailed, or a package like this, guess which one I'm going to look at first?